Time is not on your side. Amon's forces are moving fast and the battlefield is full of treacherous challenges to slow you down. You'll need to act with both speed and caution in order to win. So today, just like every week, we're completing this week's mutation mission in StarCraft 2 on the brutal difficulty. Now the first thing to note is that we're going to be playing on the lock and load mission, and the first mutator is going to be Time Warp. Enemy Time Warps are periodically deployed throughout the map. Definitely not a difficult mutator whatsoever. Secondly, we've got the speed freaks. Enemy units have increased movement speed. Okay, so we're going to be slowed down and they're going to be sped up quite a bit. And then last but not least, this is a tricky one. We have Mag-nificent. Mag mines are deployed throughout the map at the start of the mission, which essentially means that if you make one misstep, your entire army may end up dying. So here's the thing, I am actually recording this at a bit of a different time than what I normally record at. So all of the people that I usually play with are currently offline. That means that I'm gonna have to find myself someone that's also queuing up the hardest difficulty in the game, as well as the weekly mutation mission. Now, I was thinking about the commanders that are gonna be incredible. First and foremost, of course, we've got Stukov. Stukov, once again, I know he's amazing every week, but in this week's mission, once again, you'll be losing your army left and right because of the mag mines, and Stukov is just not gonna really care. Right, another commander who's going to be incredible is going to be Zagara. So who would be absolutely awful? On top of the fact that I'm going to have to find someone random who's also currently queuing up. And I think we're going to try out... Oh, this is going to be terrible. I'm going to piss off people on the ladder. I think we're going to try and see if we can play some Alarak, as it's been far too long since I did him in a video. And of course, we'll be focusing primarily on his Ascendant. As far as my mastery points go, I got the increased Alarak attack damage, I got the Death Fleet cooldown reduction, and then last but not least, I actually think that this one is very important, the structure overcharge, shield and attack speed increase, which essentially allows it, at the very least on the lock and load mission, to go ahead and just simply hold one of the objective points with just one pylon and then one cooldown as well. So once again, I don't actually have anyone to play with today, so let's hope we find someone who's at least decent. Alright, so here we go. So I've grouped up together with a level 15 Stukov, which should be, Are you kidding me? Alright, this time around, I've grouped up together with a Rainer who took about, I would say 4.5 minutes to load up the game. Took a while.
Just in time, commanders. Amon is attempting to destroy Ulnar by overloading its celestial locks. We must activate all 5 locks in order to stop him. Units from both of your armies must be present to complete your objective.
Now, look at that minimap. Look at that minimap. It's an absolute mess all over the place. And essentially what that means is that mines are going to be deployed essentially everywhere and are going to be capable of dealing a lot of damage to us. That means that, considering I'm going to build up an army based around the Ascendant, right? And it's a unit that takes quite some time before it maxes out. Essentially, you need to kill 10 of your own units before it becomes really powerful. Or it needs to, like, sacrifice a couple of them. It becomes pretty scary pretty fast. Now, it's been a little while as well since I last played Alarak, although I did play a game with him earlier this week, just to go ahead and give it a try. Overall, I have really not played very much Alarak as of late. But, we should be good. We should be good. Of course, at some point I did play plenty of hours with this dude. Anyways, it all really comes down as well to how good your ally is going to be, right? Now, judging by his level, I don't know exactly what it was, but he seemed like a higher level co-op player for sure. Which is actually really nice. Here we go. Let's go ahead and put up that second gateway and then also the cyber core here. We're gonna go ahead and photon overcharge that pylon. And very shortly, as soon as I can, I'm going to be building up my expansion there too, which should be very helpful. Very good. Now, since we're going to focus on a lot of Ascendants, right? Essentially the High Templar. I think I should probably also go ahead and focus my efforts on getting a whole bunch of supplicants. So the thing about the Ascendants is that over time they become really powerful. But before they get to that point, they are a little bit scary to use. And if you accidentally end up losing them, you accidentally end up losing the game. So, you know, usually armies that are going to focus on a lot of smaller units are going to be incredible. And I think that the army composition we're running with today is going to be a little risky just because of all of the mag mines. I don't think the speed freaks and whatnot will be that much of an issue. Anyway, let's go ahead and get ourselves the cybernetics core here. Gotta build up to those Ascendants, of course. And we'll continue making as many probes as we possibly can. Now, it looks like my ally is actually focusing on a whole lot of Marines, which I like a lot. I think the Marines are going to be incredible. Marines, of course, very powerful units. And let's switch some of the Chrono Boost over to watch the Warp Gate research here instead. We'll get the second pylon going right here behind the mineral line as well, just in case we need to. And this attack is going to hit real quick, but Alarak should be out.
Try to stay out of my way.
Alarak should be here. Alright, let's go ahead and get the upgrades right here for the supplicants. As soon as we can, that is. Now, I thought these were speed freaks, but they're not particularly fast so far. Well, they are pretty fast, but...
army is attempting to secure a
oh no, I don't mean to kill my ally! No! Oh.
Overload if they succeed.
I think he had so much time, he was looking at his units as well!
The area. How shall you serve me?
Right, on this map, they don't necessarily always attack you, right? They may... oh my god, I just killed all my opponent, or all my allies' stuff. Okay.
Amon's followers have taken control of
I'm gonna continue attacking and activating as many of these things as I can. I don't mean to kill any one of my allies, but I think we do want to try and see... oh my... I just killed all of his buggies as well! Oh, this is gonna get messy real quick. Can you try to trigger some mines with the Marines?
Your ally requires your presence to claim the objective.
Okay. I'll go ahead and head over in that direction. We got the Templar archives done right now, by the way, which is nice. No Marines anymore. No, but you can quite literally drop them all over the map. Ah, it's okay. It's okay, sir. We'll figure it out. So we want to make sure that we get all of these upgrades right here. All 3 of them. They're all very good, and once we get those going, we're going to be in a great position to potentially obtain a victory as well. It's just gonna take some time because I can accidentally end up losing everything, and I really don't want to, you know, let that happen, of course. Let's continue chrono boosting out workers here. And of course, since it's still rather early on into this mission, I think it's a good idea for us to start up with upgrades right now as well, so we can get those going. So that means that early on, we're gonna be in a bit of a tricky scenario, but the longer we go, the easier this should become for us. Just because our armies are going to be really, you know, really powerful. And once we end up popping the majority of those, you know, all of those little things, we're going to be in a pretty good scenario. I'm going to go ahead and send some of these units all over the map.
Amon's forces have taken control of the Celestial Lock.
We need to make sure we trigger as many of these things as we can before we really move out on the map. Okay. If we could not lose any units, that would be great too. Actually, I think I'm gonna upgrade some of these things here first instead. Alright. And we'll try and clean this up. Alright, so I'm gonna hotkey the Ascendants on hotkey number 2, which I think is gonna be great. We'll go ahead and research as much as we can, and ideally if we just simply get a ton of these Ascendants going. Like, the more the merrier. We just gotta be careful, because... of course, in case you're unfamiliar, Alarak doesn't actually die himself. He just sort of sacrifices his own units for a while, which is going to be very helpful too. Now, this is generally speaking considered to be one of the easier missions. Want to go? This is generally speaking considered to be one of the easier missions, but we are playing a very flimsy commander. And, you know, while it definitely can work out in our favor, I gotta be careful here with my positioning, because otherwise... if we end up losing all of our High Templar all of a sudden, we're going to be in trouble. I think 10 gateways, though, is roughly the way to go. Right? So that should make roughly 10. We'll consider upgrading our forces a little bit more here. And I'm just simply getting as many of these things as we can. And we should be able to rapid fire essentially all of these abilities. Now, Mindblast is incredible. Psionic Orb is incredible too. And of course, Sacrifice is going to increase the amount of shield that they've got. Which, you know, is just going to simply kill all of my, my other units. Which are quite literally called supplicants, so, you know. It is how it is, right? They can't really change it. So my ally wants to wait. I'm not entirely sure what for. Yeah. Which one? Alright. Oh, man. I guess we found out which one. Very good.
Amon's forces are moving to seize the Celestial Lock.
Not bad. As long as we keep the High Templar and whatnot alive, I think we're good. Very nice. Okay, so these guys are still alive. They've killed some units, which is exactly what we need.
This cannot go unanswered.
I'm also gonna go ahead and put up some pylons over here on this side of the map. Just so we're gonna be decent there. And I think I'm gonna actually send these guys back once again for safety purposes. Ooh, they take a lot of damage. Oh no. Okay, that was unfortunate. I didn't realize they were taking that much damage so quickly.
We've taken control of the objective.
Very good. Oh wait. Woo! No! That got messy real fast. Alright. Whoa! What? I clicked! Alright, well, I'm going that way. I thought I clicked anyway. Okay, let's go ahead and do some damage.
The enemy is attempting to capture.
Okay, let's go ahead and send over some orbs. Cloaking is for the weak. I love it. I didn't even realize he had a voice line like that. That's great. Okay, be careful here, Alarak. Looks like we're good so far, though. Ooh. I need detection. Oh no, I'm losing a bunch of my High Templar. Please scan. Whew. Whew. Alright, we're good. Just need to try and keep these dudes alive. And so far we're doing a pretty decent job at it, I think. It's just that we're gonna slowly have to move out on across the map a little bit more once again. Now we are getting to a point where we can easily max out. I should just go ahead and use the cooldowns a little bit more effectively. So I'm spending all my gas, right, on these dudes right here, the Ascendants. They're incredible. You'll see what happens once we get them a little bit higher up. They can essentially blow up everything. And of course they can throw the orbs and then the Mindblast as well, which is going to be very helpful. But then secondly, we're going to also focus on as many of these things as we can, just for sacrificial purposes. So 10 gateways seem to be kind of the sweet spot, by the way. 10 gateways is kind of nice.
Your ally must be present to claim the objective.
Okay.
Amon's minions are contesting the log.
No.
They will soon gain control of it. We have managed to reclaim 3 of the 5 locks. 2 more and our
I need
battle
some
is
detection. I need some detection, I'm afraid. Let's get some Havocs in there.
The enemy has seized a celestial lock. We must take it back.
Okay. This is still gonna be kind of risky though. The Hyperion will do a lot of damage here, which is nice. And I'm gonna once again leave one of my units behind, but I want to move up that ramp here. It's just gonna be very scary to do so with this army that I've got, because it's so valuable, you know? My allies one is slightly, you know, slightly more disposable, I suppose. We're gonna move off in this direction though. We'll try and see if we can just simply split up as many of our units here as we can. Triggering all of these mines as well. Okay. So this is what I mean. Look at the blowing up of all of those units. I love it. That's Mindblast for you right there. This commander is incredibly strong, just kind of tricky to play. Okay. Whew. Okay, let's warp in some more. And then, of course, as many of those things as we can as well. So I got hotkey 1 is Alarak himself. Oh, no! Ooh, we just saw the death of him. Alarak himself, as well as... Oh, man, that sucks. Alarak himself, as well as the supplicants. And then the second hotkey is going to be this Ascendant. But I did end up just losing a whole bunch of them. That's not what we were hoping for. No! Wait, where did that one come from? Okay. Let's go ahead, warp in more of them. And eventually, we should clean up most of the mines, right? So we should be okay, but I was hoping that I could at the very least save as many of these dudes as I can. Because the more of the... Oh, the more of these Ascendants I lose, the more difficult this mission is gonna become. Because really, Alarak himself is strong, but the Ascendants and the Supplicants, you know, they are the ones that, that will deal the real damage here. Okay, nice. Let's go ahead and put up some pylons all over the place.
Toward the point of overloading. We must activate all 5 locks to seal Onar's power reserves.
Okay, there we go, getting more of those. Want to do bonus? I would like to, but I don't want to be a jerk in case my ally doesn't. I would like to blow up the bonus objective if I can. Okay. Here we go. Whoa, 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 whoa! Calm down now.
Until I choose a loyal one.
Okay. Getting some of the havocs in there too, just for detection.
Once we activate the final one, Amon will be defeated.
Alright, alright, alright. Amon will be defeated. Well, I don't know how long that's gonna last for, that whole defeating thing that you're talking about. Gotta be careful though, Lowko. I'm running very low here on the amount of supplicants that I have. Come on. I love Mindblast. Mindblast is so satisfying. You just gotta be so careful here with your positioning, because if you lose your unit, like this is probably one of the worst commanders this week's Mutation Mission just because of this fact. Alright. Just run, boys! Alright. Why is he having so many Vikings? That's okay. Let's get some more of these guys out. Alright. He's going in right now. Oh, he just ended up losing a lot. Alright, alright, here we go. I'm gonna blow up all of the things here. Woo! See if we can kill it. I don't know if we're gonna be able to kill this just yet. It does a lot of damage though, dude. Like this
The construct is no more.
this HP of that thing is insane.
Corrupt the Xel'Naga's work so easily.
Alright.
Expect nothing less of the Tal'darim. Must I compensate for your weakness? Of course.
Woo! Nope. Ooh, I almost lost everything there. Once again. We only have one major objective point remaining.
Vengeance for the betrayed.
Okay. I got so many of them though. I really need some more Ascendants. Or some more Supplicants rather. Maybe I should just call them like Zealots and High Templar. Maybe we would make it... No, there's also Legionnaires. Is that this one? Is that this commander? I don't know. They've got all kinds of different names depending on what species of Protoss they're from, I suppose. Anyhow. Alright. I would like to have some more, but... Did I even get 3-3? No, I don't think I got that far. I got really focused on microing these units. Alright, alright, here we go. Here we go. This is actually moving out, or working out, you know, decently well. Why is he having so many Vikings, though? Ah, whatever. Okay. Trying to blow up as many of these things as I can. At this point, we got such a massive army, though, that it's almost, like, tricky for him to, blow everything up, although one mishit, or one terrible hit, could easily cost me all my Ascendants. I'm trying to split them up here, as best as I can. Trying to go for the overcharges as well. There we go.
Unacceptable. My warriors have fallen.
Amon's forces are moving
Oh, no.
to seize the Celestial Lock.
Oh no. I just lost Alarak as well as everything else there, but I think we cleaned up most of that area. Alright, alright. Here we go, here we go. All we need to do now is just simply jump on the objective point and hold everything for about another minute or so, a little less than that. which I think is what we're going to be capable of doing. That was not the cleanest objective and not the cleanest way of executing that either, but it worked out. Gotta capture it. Well, I mean, if you want to, that is, right? You don't have to. Anyway, look at the damage, right? Between... Why is he not... There we go. Look at the damage of these things, right? So this Ascendant right here is at 940 shields. This one is at 250 something right now, but it can max out at... They're essentially like Dark Archons in a way, right? They're like massive spellcasters. So this one is only at 140 shields and this one at 940. And that is just because of the power overwhelming right there. So every single time...
Another lock has now been activated.
You know, every single time you sacrifice a unit, your unit becomes more and more powerful. And eventually, the Ascendants are just insane.
All 5 celestial locks have been activated. Amon will be unable to bypass them again. Well done, commanders. Ulnar is saved.
That worked out surprisingly well. To be fair though, I do think that Alarak is probably one of the worst commanders for this mutation mission. If you end up losing your army once... Are you kidding me? Once again? I've had this in the past. Why? I don't think you could level up any closer than that. Are you kidding me? Anyway, generally speaking, right, a commander that is gonna have units that are not very easy to replace... Generally speaking, a commander like that is not going to be great for a mutation mission where you are very likely to end up losing all of your units. But while I ended up losing some of my Ascendants there in the process, it really wasn't that big of a deal. Like at some point, even though, you know, near the very ending, we lost Alarak, I think at that point, 2 of the Ascendants are more powerful than Alarak himself. Like Alarak is strong, right? But he really doesn't scale very well to the late game, whereas the Ascendants, with their Mindblast and everything, and their additional ability power that they gain per sacrifice, are just absolutely incredible. Anyway, that is gonna be it for me for today. Of course, I am uploading these videos every single Monday that I am home, so if you haven't already and you would like to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below so you get a notification as soon as I upload more. And other than that, I want to thank you very much for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, alright? And I'll see you in the next one.